Hi everyone. So, while you may be willing to stay in a situation where you are not being treated properly because of your love, because of the fact that you don't want to give up on the man that you love, or because of the fact that you are hoping for a better future for yourself and perhaps for children that are involved, even though you may want to stay because of those reasons, would you be willing to stay if you knew that you are putting your life on the line? My name is Emma, and I am holding up a light over the bridge for other women to pass over from being in an abusive relationship to being free and finding yourself. According to the UN, every 10 minutes, a woman is being killed by a family member or by a man that she loved. So that means that right now, statistically, somewhere in the world, a woman is perhaps just waking up and starting to prepare for the day ahead. Or perhaps she is finishing the evening dishes, or she has just tucked her kids to bed and said goodnight to them. And this woman is just like any of us. She does not know that this is her last day on earth. And when you're done, finish this with video, then another woman will be struggling for her life. So, does this mean that all men are dangerous? No, it does not. There are many men out there who are loving fathers and responsible men, and who would never lay a hand on a woman. So, how do we separate those good men from the ones who could be dangerous? So, well, there are two main categories. The first one is that a dangerous man is abusive. And what does abuse mean? It means that he is willing to cross over your boundaries. It could be unspoken boundaries, it could be boundaries that should be obvious to anyone. So that means essentially that he is willing to hurt you, emotionally hurt you by telling you things that he know will hurt you. He will know that because when he tells that you begin to cry, or you tell him to please don't say those things to you. And well, while anyone can say something that is hurtful and then realize that it was and regret it and say sorry, an abusive man will do it again, or he might just, when you have gotten used to hearing these things, tell you that you are being so sensitive, stop crying, I hate it when you cry. Um, or just, well, give you the angry look. And then what is called stonewalling, when you can see that he's angry but he refuses to talk, or the silent treatment, essentially the same thing. This is all abuse. This is all emotional abuse examples of that. And a dangerous man is also controlling. So he will want to control you in different ways. Control what you are doing, uh, control who you are seeing, and also put in rules. Rules for who you should see or when you should see them, and what you should spend your money on. And it may not be obvious to you that this is control. In the beginning, many women find it, well, I think this is caring, or Um, the man might remind them of a caring father. This can turn dark very, very quickly. Um, so, signs of a man that is having more control over you than he should, well, is that he is calling the shots, and you don't have as much a say in the relationship as he does. So even in a healthy relationship, there should be cooperation, and you should be able to discuss things, and both of you should be able to give the veto for things that concerns the shared assets, common time. So you should be able to negotiate. When you are not able to negotiate, when it's either his way or the highway, that is a warning sign that this is not healthy. But other than that, there are also statistical help to well to help us assess if this is a dangerous situation. So a tool that is widely used internationally is what is called the danger assessment tool. Um, so this is based on a study um, well, signs that abuse might turn lethal. So I will just read these points for you. Number 1. Has the physical violence increased in severity or frequency over the past year? Question 2. Does he own a gun? Question 3. Have you left him after living together during the past year? So this is important to know that the first year after you leave an abusive man, this is the most dangerous time. Well, and the most dangerous of this time is just when you're telling him that you're leaving. So we'll talk more about this in another video. But if you think that this is a dangerous situation, you should not prepare the abuser. He should not know that you are leaving and when you are leaving. Question 4. Is he unemployed? Question 5. Has he ever used a weapon against you or threatened you with a lethal weapon? 6. Has he threatened to kill you? And it is important to know that if he has said it, then he has thought it. And that is the first step to committing an action, that is thinking about it. 7. Has he avoided being arrested for domestic violence? 8. Do you have a child that is not his? So this is also something that will increase the risk. Question number 9. Has he ever forced you to be intimate with him, even though you did not wish to do so? Another sign of not accepting a no. 10. Has he ever tried to choke you? And this, I will come back to this, but this is actually one of the most dangerous signs that you may be in danger. Question 11. Is he using illegal drugs? And by drugs is meant herbs or amphetamines, meth, speed, angel dust, cocaine, crack, street drugs, or other mixtures. Question 12. Is he an alcoholic or problem drinker? Question number 13. Does he control most of all of your daily activities? For instance, does he tell you who you can be friends with, when you can see your family, how much money you can use, or when you can take the car? Question 14. Is he violently and constantly jealous of you? For instance, does he say that If I can't have you, then no one can. Question 15. Have you ever been beaten by him while you were pregnant? Question 16. Has he ever threatened or tried to commit suicide? Question 17. Does he threaten to harm your children? Question 18. Do you believe that he is capable of killing you? Question 19. Does he follow or spy on you, leave threatening notes or messages on answering machine, destroy your property, or call you when you don't want him to? Question 20. Have you ever threatened or tried to commit suicide? So, the more of these questions that you would answer with a yes, the higher the risk um, that this man will, uh, well, inflict lethal violence on you. I will talk a bit more about the strangulation because, uh, well, this means that the man has put his hands around your neck and, well, in some cases, this may have been in an intimate setting, but that does not make it any less dangerous. Um, so, in recent years, this has actually been brought to the forefront that this is a very dangerous thing to do, and a sign of danger. So, a study done by uh, Nancy Glass and a bunch of other scientists from 2009, Journal of Emergency Medicine. They examine cases of what they call non-fatal strangulation, and they come to the conclusion that if this has happened in a relationship, then there is a the risk of homicide or deadly violence in this relationship is sevenfoldly increased. And this is just a risk of lethal violence in the year that is coming. So it's not a lifetime risk. If this has happened, you are in serious danger. So if you are currently in a relationship where you could check off many of these boxes, and especially the one with the strangulation, you should seriously, first of all, just know that you are in a dangerous situation. And then you need to have a plan for how to get out of there. So, an exit plan. And we will talk more about this in another video. Thank you. Bye.